Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Actually get something done here.
Every Thunder Talk series is like you have the chance to do something incredibly funny today. Dan is going to be here first. Xiao Hongren is going to be able to walk into the tri-brush, but immediately Xiaohu instead saying, look, I'll drop this mid-wave, I'll try to play for priority around my jungle. Errol gets engaged upon.
Yeah, Ara's gonna get caught here. Easy first blood for 1xN on his Lucian. And I mean, look, we have talked plenty about 1xN, but if he gets more of these catches, more of these kills, if you manage to feed into him, I can see an angle where the culling can carry this thing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, again, it's all about that range, whether or not they can actually contest. Say tab.
They're looking to play this early game extremely aggressive as they have to flash out here for the moment, but as the flamethrower comes in, so does the second kill, and it goes towards Hoya. Big here. Tian is in the area, but decides to go for the backport instead. They know they don't have prio here so far, so there's not really any chance for them to contest this. First Drake over to Thunder Talk. And they put themselves from Hoya as well, so they definitely want to fight for this. They're standing in the bushes, they're waiting for the face check. Manages to smite away one, but who's picking up the other two? We're looking for either the grubs or the fight, but we're getting the fight. We're probably getting both. Nice equalizer, forces Erha away. And now 1xN used the culling, but it didn't really have as much impact as we needed to have. Chain of Corruption commits onto 1xM, but in the end, not a lot of kills falling here at all. People are looking to just poke each other away as Breathe gets dropped down pretty low and has to be a little bit careful, but they're flashing forward. They want to play it. They overstepped, and it is Erha picking up the kill, but Hoya with the very important third kill to at least get the feat of warfare here as they're looking to turn the team fight around. Now Waybo with the upper hand, picking up 4 quick kills. It's a double kill for Light. And it shows why these bot laners are so important for their respective teams.
But why was that so close there? Maybe Setab actually does get punished. I imagine it's going to be a little tough. He's going to try to use that movement speed. Yep, that should be the kill going over to Tien, as well as the flash. That's a lot of summoner spells used by Thunder Talk to still end up losing the trade there. It'll be 2 grubs going over. Or actually, we're seeing something happen again. Setab has Malignance, and I think that's a huge spike when you do look at what they have. In terms of completed items, Thunder Talk are a lot stronger. Already
Xiao.
3 of them completed. Setab's moving. Xiaohu's going to have to wrap all the way around for this play.
Oh, he's going in. The Weaver's Wall is out, and now they've caught each other in here. Erha going in really misses the Magnet Storm there just a little bit, but the follow-up damage still is enough. Light with the next kill. We even get the TP out of Breathe, who wants to play his part in this fight as well. Has the ultimate if he wants to use it. Gets bubbled up. Has to step back just a bit for that. But now Weibo, with the upper hand towards the second Drake, managed to pick up a Mountain Drake for themselves. And they should be really happy with this, even though they invested some stuff. It's fine. Kind of hovering in this bush, really looking for someone. Maybe someone wants to face check. Maybe someone wants to come in. Tien getting poked there a little bit, but not quite in range. Now they have to walk back, and they don't have a lot of vision. And now with the Weaver's Wall coming in once more, Tidal Wave hitting several members, but Feather is just not tanky at all. And it's the first one going down here. Chain of Corruption immediately cleansed by 1xN. But with that, it is Weibo again finding the advantages and therefore moving in towards this Herald.
There's the ultimate as well. Hoya, just execute to the turret. Start hitting this turret. Maybe you get the next wave as well.
He's trying. Oh, the equalizer coming out. He's trying to buy some time. Moving towards this next turret. Flash for Flash even being traded underneath this turret. That's ridiculous. I mean, it ends up being the execute, but both of them flashing for it is kind of funny.
1xN Feather has been so impressive in so many years past and have played together for so long, even back in the LDL. But it's just not performing right now. Not in LPL in Split 2, and especially not in this game number 1.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a bit underwhelming. Also, big question mark for me really is why did Weibo want to go for that kill on Hoya so badly instead of just going for the Herald? Because now they lost the Herald. They will trade it for the Drake. But I feel like at this point in the game, the Herald for me has a bit more value when it comes to just opening up that mid lane possibly. As we can see the cross-map play coming in. Weibo picking up bot lane tier 1 turret as TT managed to get that top lane tier 1 as well.
Okay. So, 2 dragons, you got the multiple resources into hunting him down.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially with the hesitance that we've seen from 1xN. The question you have to ask yourself is who's gonna kill them at some point, as we get the culling now, but also the chain of corruption that connected. 1xN has to flash, is also ignited now with Tian ulting in. Very nice tidal wave to kind of try and delay the damage here just a little bit, as the Crescent Guard is being used as that fake tankiness that this team needs so badly in order to stay alive. But Z-Tap on the side now trying to move in as well, as we have a little bit of a drive-by action here. And it's going to be that very important mid lane tier 1 turret going down. I think that's fair for them, considering they got engaged.
Yeah, they for Satab and Hoya, your 2 items, but like I'm looking at my Cassante and I'm saying, cool, dude, I do not care. He's Pantheon.
Very nice Magnet Storm engage here from the side of Erha, as we also get Tian's ultimate once more. And the 1xN is just in the middle of the enemies, getting picked up here by Tian. They find another possible catch onto Ztap, who manages to, you know, Spirit Rush himself to safety, but now is over the wall, finds a charm onto the Cassante, has to go over the wall in order to possibly stay alive. It's not even sure. But Waybo decide not to go for any further catches. They want to turn their attention towards this Atakan, as Breathe might actually look to get set up in the end. But now Atakan, the main objective they want to play around. And it's an important one nonetheless.
Yeah, it's going to be the Thornbound Otacon again, a new change coming into this patch if you're still unfamiliar with our Spirit Blossoms. So just giving them so much damage when it comes to the eliminations, as well as I think the more important part about this Otacon is those Purified Blood Petals just getting so much. Setab just gets solo killed by Breathe. Okay, well, this went from bad to worse. Thundertalk going to try and grab a dragon on the opposite side, but demolish proc, 4 members here. They have another top wave coming. There's going to be another turret falling for Weibo.
And Breathe can just tank it, by the way. You know, like, of course, demolish proc, all these fun things, but Breathe is just standing there, gets hit by the turret aggro, and just does not give a damn about it. Like, it really just doesn't matter.
On bottom lane, Tien's going to have his ultimate in 8, so he can just show up for this fight, and Thundertalk need to have more than just numbers advantage. They need to find some kind of pick, get in under the skin of Weibo if they won't even be competitive here.
And they even ulting in as the Crescent Guard comes out one more time, trying to frontline here. Tidal Wave used as well, but it's not enough to delay the fight. Even the Equalizer cannot really make the difference here, as they now are looking to pick up the first kill. Light is on a rampage, gets the next one. But they are all just a little hurt. They have to be a bit careful health-wise.
Control there for himself. He's going to push this top wave. And look at what Weibo have. They have push in both of the side lanes. It's very easy for them to get mid-priority. Thundertalk.
Okay, nice engage here. Possibly. Maybe they can find Erha here, but the rest of the team is there as well. Tidal Wave coming out, Ztap over the wall, but the Chain of Corruption goes wide. Important ultimate gone here for the side of Weibo. But now they can re-engage onto Ztap, who has to flash, but the Spirit Rush is down, so there's no other way out for him. Tian gets the next kill, doing a great job here.
Starting this up, Light has just now joined. There are all these ultimates missing for Thundertalk. Can Xiao Huangren, the new upstart jungler, find a steal? They're just going to go on a Hoya. Nice.
Yeah, well, not much you can say about this. They find a fight in the jungle. Now Tian is in, obviously has that GA, you already mentioned it. They're looking for the chase onto Feather. They fight it, Xiaohu with the next kill. With his first kill, actually, you gotta say, in this game. Has had, you know, a lot of impact. Has been everywhere all at once at the same time. But just now manages to pick up a kill of his own, as they're turning their attention back towards the Baron. But there's, again, no vision for Thundertalk. And Erha and Breathe are doing a great job at keeping the Xin Zhao away from this Baron pit. There's no way he should be able to move into this, as Erha finds a Magnet Storm, but not really catches anyone. This is a good pickup here for the side of TT. And they have to step away from the Baron. So for the moment, it's a bit of a small win, a consolation prize, maybe, for Thundertalk.
That setup from Weibo was not
important soul for both of these teams. To be honest, the mobility would be a great thing to have, as TT are looking to now again clear the vision around this Baron pit, as they know there was no chance for them to contest this. But you gotta give it to the side laners of Weibo, doing a good job at pushing out these waves, and therefore always forcing Thundertalk back, forcing them to answer rather than to, you know, make plays by themselves in a proactive type of way.
All right. So Weibo now pushing on the bottom side of the map. They're going to very easily just bounce between mid and top at this
Won't get
point.
even close to the carries. And they're now looking to pick up this mid lane tier 2 turret.
What X said has LDR. He gets the electrocute proc. It gets 3 autos down.
I mean, I do understand the creativity, though. They know they're not in a position to really make a lot of things happen here anymore as they're getting engaged one more time. Very nice ultimate from Tian as they find the knockups here. Tidal Wave coming out, but Light is unstoppable. The carry's already gone. 1xN is down, as well as Hoya on the side. They pick up the next kill. It's already the double kill here for Light on the Varus. Doing a great job. He's definitely wearing his carry pants today. And they are looking to maybe even push into this base if there was a wave. Now there is a wave. But again, Breathe can just tank the turret. Yeah. It doesn't matter. They don't need a wave.
Oh, yeah. They have another... It's only say Tab right now. He doesn't have ultimate. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have very much to be able to do here. ThunderTalk looking to go down in the series with Weibo, starting off with a very dominant win here.
Yeah, they're looking to take this Nexus, even flashing forward. They want to get the ace. They will get the ace. It's another kill here for the Varus. 7-0 for Light. And definitely make sure that we, I think, again, the overall game plan from the side of Weibo is a bit more, obvious. I understand they want to play this front to back. Prio towards bot lane and mid lane is looking halfway decent, but now Tian over the wall, moving into the tri-bush, hasn't been spotted yet, and Weibo are looking to find something here as they go for the tempo heal, but on mid lane we get the solo bolo by Setup, who manages to pick up the first blood, but now at what cost? 1xN gets poked down pretty low, but they can't actually make anything happen here for the side of Weibo. And
look at Xiaohong Ren, though. He's invading for grubs. He has mid-prio. Hell, I respect it. And maybe even tries to go for a gank on this bottom lane. They have no wards here. Tian may have accidentally just baited his bot lane into a sense of security. Erha's dead.
Look at this poke. Erha's gonna die here. Pretty sure flashes out, but in the end, doesn't manage to stay alive. And there's the second kill for the side of TT. And they kind of give me a similar feeling. Stuck just, observing what Hoya's doing. I love how the Maiden sometimes just look like it's not doing anything. Sometimes she just stands there. So we get a seasoned assist on the bot lane here. Erha is getting targeted. Feather finds the root and there for the next kill. And the Feat of Warfare again secured for ThunderTalk.
Another Feats of Warfare.
Maiden, and she was just standing in base and didn't move. But we do get a move from Waybo here. They're looking to get these grubs, maybe 3 at this point in the game, but they're looking to contest. TT are here, but they're at a numbers disadvantage. Ultimate from the Ezreal coming out from downtown. Very nice heal, but Zhao has to run. He's going to be targeted. Setup with the next kill. Already finds a way to be very involved here. Very nice ultimate now from the Rise. Trying to chase Tian and Erha, but they don't go out of this. They got the kills. They got a grub. How much more do you want?
They're going to go for more, though. What are we doing? Guys, please, we really don't have to do this. Erha sitting in fog.
Oh my god, Breathe is super low. He's going to get picked up here. Setup is unstoppable, doing a great job. 3-0 already. And now the hostile takeover is gone for the side of Weibo. And TT are looking for a chase. Feather looking for another route. Doesn't quite find it. Tian with the arcane shift over the wall. But there we can also see a little bit of what Tian can do. Called the pack coming out. Hoya has to flash over the wall. This team fight will never end. It's a play-by-play caster's nightmare.
Action here. Maybe asleep at the wheel in some of these fights. I think we saw it in Game 1 in particular. And here, they're kind of just showing up just to say that they're here for the participation medal. Right now, they're making sure that Xiaohu gets a wave in, but you gave a turret, or you gave a dragon here. You're giving free time to Hoya on the side lane. What are we contesting?
ThunderTalk. And someone in chat just said it. It looks like a real gold lead. What are we doing with this now?
We've got 4,000 gold. ThunderTalk, I've waited for this moment. It's been multiple weeks since we've been able to get excited for ThunderTalk here. Hoya's probably caught. No! Don't hit the Maiden.
They're hitting the Maiden, but the Maiden doesn't hit anyone back, and that means Hoya is probably going to go down. He's trying to take Breathe to the gray screen with him, but it doesn't work out in the end. Very nice use of the ultimates there for the side of Waybo, and kind of a showing of the possible potential that is there, but at the same time, it's just one catch in order to give a lot of damage on his side, and now the TPs are coming in as well. We do get a full 5v5 scenario as 1xN is moving towards that mid lane just a little bit, but now manages to get the ultimate out. ZTAP also moving in as well, but so far it looks like Waybo are in a better position to really fight for this Drake. They have more members committed towards it. They're really clumping together here. Tian needs to get this Drake in order to make something happen. Very nice ultimate layering, but can they actually get the damage out? It's the kill for Tian. He gets the enemy jungler. 1xN though on a killing spree, manages to pick up one as well, but now the Naafiri might be a little unleashed. Gets the Drake, but they have to run for the hills as Weibo are getting cleaned off the map here by Thundertalk. And Erha is kind of looking for a possible execute, but Tian is just too mobile. Just one arcane shift into your death. 4 kills on Tian. 1xN, I mean. 4 kills on 1xN, 4 kills on ZTAP. But Tian kind of showing the possible potential that Naafiri brings into the mix.
We didn't even use our Galio ultimate there. What are we doing? Weibo, they're going to lose out on this turret. I'm actually pretty sure Setab wins this 1v1, by the way. He still has the Rod of Ages. The Seraphs is just now procced. Yeah, walk this guy down. He's a real dog here. On public execution trying to land here by Breathe. Still no Galio ult in this fight, I think is surprising enough. And I mean, we're seeing it in the picture-in-picture right now. Xiaohu's just getting hunted down in the side lane.
Yeah, and I also feel like Light does not get the opportunity to actually have impact. He's also getting picked up here as well. But for the first part of the fight, he was just off to the side and not really finding a great position to play from. Because I think we've all seen a Kalista that completely takes the fight over.
Miserable to play from the side of Weibo, and you can kind of see that they don't have very many options. So, I mean, maybe Tian can try to have a 1v9 performance. He's kind of the only shimmering light of hope here in the draft.
That was a very nice cage there from Hoya. Even though he ends up going down here, he really predicted that. Was looking very nicely, but now Light with the ultimate. Can they manage to pick up ZTAP here? Would be such an important kill. They were calling the pack, and ZTAP is down! And it's the shutdown they needed. Can they go for more? As Feather is trying to find something, but the pack is here again. Not quite reaching the target though, as 1xN is trying to move forward, poke a little bit.
Turret. They're also able to get the flash. I think more importantly for me when I look at this is that the Seeker's Arm Guard is now done, or at least taken away from Setab. So until he finishes the Zonias.
Yeah, they kind of have to respect that for the time being, as we're kind of looking towards where Erha is positioned here, but they are giving up the Drake. And it's the soul point in the end for Thundertalk. We're looking to, you know, not panic, I would say, in this scenario. I think that kill onto ZTAP was a very important catch, and TT have to be careful before not letting it happen again.
Oh, no.
But as we can see, it's a roughie, as ZTAP is trying to heal himself up, kind of getting the shields here as 1xN is the next target, but now they are looking to play it again. ZTAP is down, Light with the next kill. We're trying to buy some time here with Xiao, who has the front line. And some may have said he's become useless, but he did one hell of a job there, keeping his team alive for the moment. And Bessa wasn't even part of this.
Yeah, this Ezreal Karma is so annoying. Point here for Thundertalk. I feel like if there's any more picks that come out from Weibo from the side onto Thundertalk, there might be more objectives falling.
Hoya manages to flash the ultimate coming in here from Breathe. Finds one of his own, but not really anything they can do. With this ultimate being down, has to flash. But TT, they know there's a lot of attention towards that bot lane right now, and they are looking to go for a little bit of a burger flip here, getting this Baron done. They are on vision, so Weibo know this is happening. Tian is over the wall, and they are now realizing we cannot actually play this. Weibo have the tempo advantage. They come over, and they can bully us away, and we're down one frontliner.
We're fine with that. That's the teleport out from Xiaohu, so they got exactly what they wanted. They pull off of the Baron. It's going to be Weibo trying to punish by grabbing another turret here. Oh, they may have just found Xiao Hongren.
Yeah, they're looking for something, but the turret still stands as turret aggro is crashing down, but they managed to pick up a kill. Feather finds a route onto Breathe. Breathe can kind of dodge away as Xiao, is still alive, manages to just move out of the target area here. Wow, it's become so tense, and Weibo are really, you know, trying to find whatever they can to make it back into this game. And so far, they have done an incredible job because the gold lead is so far down at this point.
Mila, is it happening? Am I witnessing
It's
the throw?
the
No,
call of the
no! The funny things are happening again!
As the
Waybo are
comedy
gonna
club
maybe start
closed
Baron
its
here?
doors. I think the comedy club has closed its doors again. It's so much harder for them as now the next Drake is on the map and we're looking at Waybo trying to move in. And they have to find an opening here as the first engage is coming from the side of Team and immediately going golden and Erha is down. But it's a 1-for-1 at this point. You don't have a jungler on the side of TT, so you don't really have a chance to get this Drake. Smite is going down and it's
Say
Tian who
tab.
picks up the Drake in the end. And they're finding another hero's entrance, but Xiao is getting picked up, getting caught in the middle of anything. Has to flash out as Breathe is running for the hills. Another route. Manages to maybe buy some more time, but you get the Drake, but at what cost?
Oh, Xiaohu. Oh,
yeah, no,
does
just
he live?
accept your
Okay,
fate.
all right. 1xn,
Call
can he
of the
do
pack,
it? I think this is it.
untargetable. Holy macaroni. It's the double kill and the ace for Thundertalk, who are now looking to push into this base. It's just Erha alive, and he has to, I mean, honestly, do something. I don't know what he can do. He uses his heal, but that's not the way to go.
That's it.
Barrage.
They're gonna end the game. This is it.
That's
Thundertalk.
crazy.
They're finally gonna break their losing streak. They're able to find finally a win here, and that's
This is
it. We're tied up in the
ridiculous.
series.
This is ridiculous.
Series unfortunately did not go their way. He now has access to the Yasuo. This is a massive amount of setup. You have this Alistar and maybe the Zyra ultimate here.
Going to be even interesting as now we're looking to at least put a little vision here. And they will spot this backport. Is there a way for them to deny it? Yep, there is. Breathe has to stay in this lane just a little longer. And we actually have a level advantage
he's
on the
dead.
Zyra here. And it's the first blood for the jungler of Thundertalk. But they're looking to maybe get something back here on the bot lane. Weibo pushing aggressively forward onto Feather. He's even ignited. But Flash from Light has been used as well, as now they're looking to capitalize off their advantage in the mid lane as Setup has to flash away. And you said it, has a bit of a rougher laning phase here possibly at hands. And he's not managing to make it out alive. Therefore, 1-1 in kills in these first few minutes. Because there is no trade you can go for right now. There are no grubs. So you would have to look for anything else you can find. Maybe even a kill onto Breathe, who's standing on a ward there very beautifully. Which could be something you can look for. Nice flash forward into Dominus here from the side. And there are the Stranglethorns, and it's the next kill. And I hate to say it, but Breathe is not getting any air at this point in the game. Weibo have to take a step back. Tian is in the area, but I don't see an angle at which they could come in here and try to snack away one of these grubbies with the plans and the tempo. It is an easy play here, but oh no, it goes wide. The ultimate doesn't hit. The Stranglethorns are coming out again, and the follow-up is just right there. It's another feat of warfare for the side of TT, trying to slow Erha again as well. But no.
Inspiring me with a lot of hope. With how this game is going, I feel like you really need that upfront damage. You might want to get into a scaling war, but Erha actually standing under this turret. Light just completely abandoned him. He's like, look, you got more HP than me. You can stand here. I can't.
Very nice bullet time. Knock up into the wall. The root from Light is coming out as well. He's going to get one return kill. But at what cost? Because this turret, even though the TPs are coming in, could possibly go down. Curtain call from downtown trying to buy some more time. But the TP is coming in a little bit too late. No more kills going to be on the map.
Obviously, the champion has a very low skill floor and particularly low skill ceiling because there's really not much you could do with the kit. You kind of just have to stand there and you have a lot of upfront damage. So we'll see how 1xn is able to pilot this. Been one of a more impressive class of new AD carries stepping on through, but you see this right now. I love how Thundertalk and particularly Xiao Hongren is actually moving around this Renekton, utilizing the priority.
Yeah, they're looking to find another catch. Stranglethorn's out again, and Tian has nothing he can do as Hoya gets the next kill. They're looking to maybe even get a little bit more, but all they do is force back Weibo, and they have to watch the waves crash underneath their tier 1 turret without any chance of picking them back up.
Yeah,
and now
this is just gold being missed out on. Wait, what are we? Why are we showing? We're just showing this brush. I guess we're feeling bad for Breathe.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean we are feeling.
Oh, the LPL observers are mad right now. They are mad.
I mean, I'm sorry to the observers and to Breathe apparently, but like, you know, it's not going well. What do you want us to say?
All right, well, that's the Dragon going over to Thunder Talk, so gotta be
Thunder Talk.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see what 1xN goes for as his second item. I know some people like to play with the Essence Reaver, but for now we're looking at Zetap, who is probably making it out. Never mind, there is the Impale into Arcane Storm. The problem is the Arcane Storm and the Impale didn't work together quite well, as we now get a Solar Flare onto Feather, who has to flash out, manages to make it out alive, and we're capitalizing off of that right here, right now on the bot side, as Breathe has to Megaphones, dies anyways, and loses another wave, another bit of gold, and probably the first turret here on this bot lane.
Zetap and Feather, yeah, they invested their flashes. They make sure that nothing from Weibo can be gained. First turret going over to Thunder Talk. 3 games in a row where they're able to get the feats of strength completed for them. And an amazing start. I know the early game of Game 1, we had a lot of questions that were left unanswered. But we get into Game 2, we get into Game 3, and Thunder Talk look that much better. Zetap, however, you're probably donezo in this one.
Well, let's see. He's trying to put in some work. He doesn't have his flash. He has nothing left. He's rooted. He's trying to dash away. But in the end, the laser brings an end to it. And Xiaohu manages to pick up his second kill here. And for me, Xiaohu is the player to watch on this roster of Weibo right now, because I think he has to be the difference maker for this team.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of gold right now, and still has that Rod of Ages slowly ticking away for this Victor. So he'll get more experience. I think more importantly, though, the fact that he got 2 kills means that he is a lot closer to finishing all his evolves. Should be pretty close, especially if he's been picking up all of the cannons. But now, Hoya teleports top lane. He has a lot of gold. Again, 5,000 gold, so that Tien could maybe hit level 11 in time.
Yeah, and so far this Impale, which is such a strong ultimate here on the side of Tien, hasn't really been doing that big of work. You know, like we've seen this one. He's having a rough time really doing the work that he needs to do on his champions today, as they're looking to maybe poke a little bit here, but maybe now Tien going over the wall, but he's left alone once more. Where's the rest of his team? Can they follow up on this? Feather is extremely low, but the Stranglethorns again coming out. The ultimate from 1xN going wide. Solar Flare stops it, and therefore they have done a good job at getting out these ultimates without actually taking a lot of damage. That right on the spawn here, but Tien is looking for a way over the wall possibly, but he's completely alone. The rest of his team just too far away, and therefore the Atakan going down, and now they're turning maybe towards a possible fight here. Slow coming out, Root going wide, and Weibo just don't find the right angles to get in here and force the fight.
I think I'm okay with this, though. Xiaohong Ren and the rest of Thunder Talk, they're losing a little bit on the map right now. They did get the Otacon, but you look on the opposite side, it's going to be some damage finally down on this mid-tier 1. Breathe also finally took the bottom lane tier 1. So Thunder Talk are actually cut off from this mid-wave. Very important for them to be able to get some damage down onto the structures and try to claim a little bit of this map back in their favor. Dragon spawns in a minute here. Maybe they can go for one more.
Not really a way for them to even, you know, win out. And in this game, I feel like they're playing it very calmly, as they're now finding another headbutt into Xiaohu, the bullet time going out. But there's also the Arcane Storm being used, and this is 2 ultimates down for both sides. TT having used that crucial MF ultimate, but Weibo as well using the Chaos Storm right before the Drake. Not sure this is the way to go for them.
They're fighting for mid-prio. You can see how important it is for both of these teams to try to fight over the mid lane wave. And Zyra has a million plants in the pit, so I imagine that's going to be a very easy dragon take for them. Zetap doesn't have a ton of range, so he can't walk up.
Solar Flare coming out. They're in turret range, but they're picking up the kill. Arrows down, but how much more can Weibo get here? Possibly with Feather being extremely low, but they're now moving towards this Drake. And it looks like Weibo accept their fate. They know they can't really contest this. They need to find something elsewhere, and they're looking to maybe catch Hoya here on the map in the topside jungle. He's going over the wall. Tien spots him, tries to find a knockup, but he's left alone. Jin is now moving towards him. Oh, nice dodge there. Root not going through. Hoya had to use the Dominus, but it's fine. It's actually fine.
All of this gold has been going into the solo lanes of Weibo, while TT finally being able to grab another turret on their side. You can actually just walk up to this turret and just take it, but maybe afraid that Erha is going to be able to make that snap engage. You don't want to be able to throw this game. Yep. He just completely misses.
Solar flare up, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh!
Stranglethorns, very nice ultimate here from Tian. Completely disenabling the Stranglethorns and the MF ultimate for that matter, as the Chaos Storm is being used as well. No kills, but there's not much more they're going to get out of this.
Everybody lives, nobody dies. It's a 25-minute game with 10 kills and a 7,000 gold lead for Thunder Talk. Yep, okay, thank you, 1xn. Use your Bloodthirst Feather here. So, Tien uses the Impale, he gets Zyra, and he immediately gets bopped out. Such an insane play from Feather to save them, and they're starting up the Baron immediately.
Oh my god, the Baron is super low. Bullet time coming out, but it's just getting delayed a little bit. Baron is down for the side of TT, and they are looking to clean up this next team fight as the Impale comes out. Very nice Impale finding several members, but the damage output on the side of Thunder Talk is just too big. Last one standing, Tian running for the hills. He's trying to trade a little bit of damage. Feather, not the tankiest member here, but Hoya has so much damage and is so tanky. 3 levels ahead of Tian, and therefore it goes over. There is the ace for TT, and they are pushing into the base. Baron buffed, and with an entire minion wave.
10 seconds for Erha before he's alive. This should be inhibitor at the very least. I feel like if Hoya was willing to teleport, they could go for more, but instead it's going to be the 2 turrets in mid, maybe another turret in the top lane here. They're going to recall just completely inactive in this series.
And it's so unlucky to see that Tian actually finds a good engage, but there's just no follow-up there as we're looking at the next team fight. Light is completely deleted here by Setup, and now we're looking at Breathe. Breathe is doing a bit of work here, finds a nice kill onto the enemy mid laner, but Hoya is unstoppable. He has the Dominus again, and even the Arcane Storm will not change your fate, as it's the fight you've been looking for, the possible fight to end the game, as it's Hoya against Tian, who finds another Impale only to get punched into the face and therefore sent into the gray screen, as TT are looking to find not just the upset but kind of the miracle. After such a long losing streak, they are actually showing themselves from their strong side today, taking down Waybo Gaming, and you can see they are relieved when you look at the face cams.